everybody, it's Carla the Bubble Lush. Today is Monday, September 13th. Yeah. I am 41 weeks and 4 days, so I'm now 11 days past my due date. And I had my midwife appointment today, so I wanted to give you guys the update. First we went in for a non-stress test, and one of the things that was different today from previous non-stress tests is that on the contraction monitor I was actually having like kind of contractions. I think the rating, the like scale is like 0, 20, 40, 60, 80. I think that's kind of what it is. And every like 5 to 7 minutes it went from 20 to like 40, 50. And stayed there for about a minute and then went back down. So that's kind of exciting. I'm starting to at least do something. I think this was like my 5th non-stress test, and all the other ones I've never had any activity on the contraction monitor. So this was definitely, there's something going on, which is, you know, exciting. Then they did the AFI, which I think stands for amniotic fluid index. I'm not sure. Basically it's just an ultrasound and they measure the pockets of amniotic fluid. And she was able to find enough. I think she was able to find a total of like 12 cubic centimeters, I think is the unit they use. Anyways, she found enough pockets, so that was good. Sorry, I'm having like a hot flash. I've been really hot this entire pregnancy, but the past couple of weeks I've been like, all of a sudden I get hot flashes, and it was funny to have my mother-in-law here because she was getting hot flashes too, so I didn't feel so alone. So the non-stress test and AFI went fine. Then we went to our midwife appointment, and as of today, as of this morning, I've gained 11.4 pounds, so that's good. I've definitely, the day I turned 40 weeks, on my due date, I had gained exactly 10 pounds. So in 11 days, I've gained 1.4 pounds, but I've definitely, I think, been having a little more anxiety and just kind of eating my feelings. And when Chris's parents were here, we had a lot of like really big meals, so I just haven't been as worried about it lately. So yeah, so weight was fine, blood pressure was fine. I peed in a cup for him, but they didn't do the little protein dip. I guess at this point they're like, really, who cares? Which is nice. I thought I heard Chris walking down the hall. So anyway, she came in and she was like, all right, let's have the talk. And I was like, yeah, I knew it was coming. So basically she said, as far as induction goes, there are 3 options. There is, they put the miso pill in, and that helps soften your cervix. They can put you on a Pitocin pump, and that'll start, that mimics the oxytocin in your body and will start giving you contractions. And then they have a Foley bulb, which I think basically what they do is they stick a catheter into your uterus, inflate it to 3 centimeters, and then they put some tension on it and tape it to your leg, and that way when it falls out they know that you're dilated to 3 centimeters. It sounds really painful. Usually she said that they're kind of done in, I guess, cooperation with each other. Like, you know, you would have some miso to soften your cervix, and then they would start you on a Pitocin drip or whatever. And it all just kind of depends on how your cervix and, you know, contractions and everything are looking when you get admitted for the induction. So she's like, before we talk about that, let's do the internal. She did the internal, and she's still like -2 station, still like 60% effaced, and now I'm like 1 centimeter dilated the whole way. So that's good, at least my internal os is opened, but still kind of craptacular progress. Yeah. So, but I am feeling kind of the start of some contractions. I mean, there's definitely some activity. So there is hope that it could go on its own in the next couple days. But we went ahead and scheduled an elective induction on Thursday, which would be 42 weeks. And sorry, I'm just kind of a little scatterbrained. So she scheduled it, and what we're going to do is we'll call at like 6:37 in the morning, make sure that there's room, because since we're elective and we're not an emergency induction, we kind of, we don't take precedence. So if there's room in the inn, we get to come in. And so we'd get there about 8, and Maggie, who's one of the midwives that I've seen, she'd be the one that's on call that day. So she would check me, and then we'd figure out what type of induction we would want to pursue. One point that my midwife today made that was really, it made a lot of sense, is that, right now I've been having these non-stress tests just to see how Hannah is doing, how well the placenta is functioning when she's, not being stressed. The issue is that when you're in labor, the baby really needs to have a good connection to you. She needs to have a really good source of oxygen and energy, because it's gonna be as trying for her as it is for me. So if the placenta's function is starting to decline, which after 42 weeks that really becomes a big question. After 40 weeks it becomes a question, but definitely after 42 people get a little scared about how the placenta is aging. And so that's their fear about going, just continuing to let it progress until I spontaneously go into labor. So, and that's fine with me. I'm not excited about an induction. I'll talk about that some more, but at the same time, it's not really about me. She just kind of needs to get out. So, yeah. So, sorry, my hair is driving me nuts. I'm sweaty. I'm like uncomfortable. Anyway, so people have been asking, you wanted to do a natural birth and water birth, and how is induction going to play into that? So the answer is, if we just did the meso, right, just had the little pill that you put up on your cervix to soften it, that would be taken out after a couple of hours. And if I just naturally started to have contractions on my own, then it would be fine, and I could, move around and whatever. I think with the meso they need, I think they have you on continuous monitoring for 2 hours, and then that's it. I think that's what she said. And I would still be able to do the water birth. If they hook you up to the Pitocin pump, then you are on continuous fetal monitoring, and there's no water birth. And continuous fetal monitoring probably means I'm not going to be able to be as active in labor. So, and it also means, the contractions are more painful, even though they try to do kind of a gradual, really slow increase in the Pitocin drip. It does increase your chances of having an epidural just because the pain is more severe and you're not able to be as mobile. So, it's gonna, affect any trying to do it naturally. So, and like I said, a water birth is totally out if you're on the Pitocin. Once they start the Pitocin, they usually don't stop it, because if they do stop it, you stall out. She said the only time they stop it is if, they start it first thing in the morning, you kind of go all day, and you're not, really progressing. They'll stop it, let you eat dinner, and then kind of slowly start it back up overnight so that you can get some sleep, and then start again the next morning a little stronger. So she said, it can take a couple days with the way that we do Pitocin slowly. So that sounds like fun, right? Yeah, so I guess the thing is that either I'm going to spontaneously go into labor, either tonight, Monday night, Tuesday or Wednesday, or Thursday morning I'm going to go in and be induced. One or the other. At this point, I'm not really in control. We're still going to try to do, the nipple stimulation because I did that this morning, and that's definitely started me having some tightening. Nothing painful or anything like that, but it's just kind of a little stronger than Braxton Hicks, I would say. And so we're going to keep trying that. And Chris made dinner, and he made it with lots of oregano and lots of spices and stuff, so he's still trying. But if I do end up having to be induced, not a big deal. I mean, that's just how she decided to come out, I guess. So, yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, there's like one hair that keeps getting in my face. Yeah, so I think this is probably going to be my last pregnancy vlog, which is super exciting. A lot of you have added me as a friend on Facebook, which is so awesome. It was like super overwhelming when I saw there. I think there was like 75 requests today or something, so that was like crazy. But good, because if you're interested, I mean, that's how I'm going to do the updates. So the plan is to bring the laptop to the hospital and to just kind of update my status message, letting you guys know what's going on, because obviously I'm not going to have time to do a vlog. And I think that's about it. Yeah. So I just did a belly shot yesterday, so I'm not going to do one today. But I really appreciate you guys following me on my pregnancy journey, even though it's been even longer than I would like. It was really nice sharing it with you and like kind of documenting it for myself. So it was great that so many of you have been able to follow me and have enjoyed it as much as I have. So hopefully the next time you see me, I have a little baby. Hopefully. And again, if you want to see sneak peeks of the pictures, probably the first place they're going to be is on Facebook. So thank you guys so much for being so excited to meet Hannah. It's really, really special, and I'm super excited. So at this point, I don't really care how she gets here. I just want her here. So I think that's about it. I rambled long enough. And I hope I answered your questions about inductions and stuff like that. I am by no means an expert, so I guess we'll just see how it goes. All right, bye guys.